I feel like often when I watch beginner strikers sparring, they end up in one of two very difficult spots. And they're only comfortable with those two positions. Number one, hands clamped to the head, just standing their ground, kind of getting dummied around because they haven't learned how to move their arms yet while they're getting punched, while they have that Dutch guard up. Or number two, trying to run backwards and lean backwards, which works very well until it doesn't. I have one additional move that I really want you to understand because it'll breach the gap well between those two positions and make your defense that much more sound. This is the last day to take advantage of the massive sale we are having at Strike Ready. Offer ends, it disappears tonight. Right now is the perfect opportunity to up your striking skills, both in terms of offense and defense. And why am I going to be able to assist you in improving your striking skills? Well, just like Alex Pereira, I'm a former Glory champion. I have 2 belts with him, and I know what it takes to become a champion. My Strike Ready program is a complete fight system for striking sports. This is the best deal of the year. You will have access to my Strike Ready defense course, my Strike Ready assault course, and our weekly videos in Strike Ready Academy. And if you buy these programs individually, they are valued at $419.86. But for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you can get all 3 for $99. That's a savings of over $320. This is a limited time offer and only happens once per year. Grab that Strike Ready package and start improving your striking skills at an exponential rate. There is coaching advice here that only a 6-time Pro World Champion and a 2-time Glory World Champion can deliver to you. So as I was saying in the intro, many people, as they're defensively learning, I'm gonna throw some gloves on here. I've told you guys many times, people don't work defense enough at gyms. It's kind of like a side element, even though it is 50% of fight sports. Half the time you're throwing, approximately half the time you're defending. And beginners, they learn how to attack, but they don't feel comfortable in their defense. And very often they're gonna end up in here, kind of getting hit and getting jostled around, or they go, oh, that's unpleasant. And then they try to run backwards with their hands really low. And both of those, again, will work until they don't. If you stay here too long, you just start getting jostled around. Every time somebody hits you, boom, oh, you're getting rattled and rattled and rattled. Eventually, they're gonna break through that guard. That guard will split open because your hand will disconnect from your head. And then when somebody punches, your own hand bounces off, your head shifts, the space becomes larger and larger, and you get clipped. So then you decide, okay, I'm in this pocket here, I don't like it, I'm gonna back up. Start leaning back too far, and then eventually somebody runs you down and you get caught because you haven't figured out yet how to lean backwards, slip your head, catch footwork angles. There's much more to leaning back than just simply creating space. So if we can take this one element, which I'm going to talk about today, and I find that it really helps when we have power punchers. People in front of us, and we're just going, man, they hit so hard, and I don't really feel confident with either of those other elements of defense. Well, what we are talking about is taking one arm up the middle and now completely blocking one side of your head. The problem, as I was saying, with leaning backwards or here, is there's always spaces. But when I do this, I've closed off the middle. Uppercuts that come are most likely going to bank off here as long as I don't lift too high. I've closed off straight punches. Any straight punches are going to come and ricochet upwards off the elbow or bank off sideways. And anything hook-wise, even a big sloppy hook that's trying to come behind the ear, that also gets blocked. And I find that because the impact is no longer coming on just the glove, it's actually spreading out more, right? We take this glove, and instead of having all the impact come right above the eyebrow, we now reach back here and the entire inside of the arm is connected to our head. So it actually feels like they don't hit as hard. And what we can do is we can utilize this small move here to, number one, either go, okay, I'm in this zone where I'm getting beat up and I just go to here. And I feel so much safer because it's a stronger defensive position. Or, oh, I'm backing up, oh, I'm out of space, and then get to this shell. Now, yes, you might be thinking, okay, but my body's wide open. Of course it is. We cannot cover everything. There's no way to go, okay, I'm gonna block low kicks and knees and front kicks and round kicks in my head and the uppercuts and curl into a little shell, be a little pill bug on the ground. No, it doesn't work. Yes, your body's gonna be open here, but you have that confidence that your head is completely covered on one side. And what that allows you to do is be crazy prompt, crazy fast on that counter cross. So instead of now standing here and going, oh, they're gonna keep punching and I'm gonna have to just deal with it, or I'm gonna back up until hopefully they stop punching, I go, you know what? I'm gonna take a punch or two, and because I've loaded up, I'm gonna boom, break off and counter. And sure, I could come back to here too. It could be block, counter, block, and then I recreate the space. What I want to do is I wanna show you a combination which you could work. It doesn't need to be this exact combo, but if you were trying to incorporate this into your training, I would suggest you start with something like double jab. And you come right to there. This is a solid position to finish on after your attack. 1, 2, block. If they do hit me, right away I interrupt, and then off my back leg, very similar to the way Super Bond does, he throws his cross, he's looking to hit them in the center to get them to close off, to stay safe, and then he wraps around with his round kick to the head. So overall, we create a little combo where we incorporate that defense, we step forward, distract, uh-oh, block, hit, and then the big KO shot to finish off. And you can throw this into your shadow boxing, ask your pad holders to swat back at you so you can do that elbow block. You say, can you give me double jab? Swat back at me, catch the cross into the round kick at head level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all of a sudden, we have a great way to incorporate, but you don't have to do that exact one. You could also just be going, okay, I'm just gonna be moving around, sometimes practice pairing some shots, uh-oh, here, right back, and create that space after. Play around with this one. The main element is not to overlift. We only need to come down to about lip level and not to come too wide. Perfect vision in my mind is when one eye is closed off by the elbow. I don't come too wide, but I obviously don't want to block both eyes, so I keep one eye on. You guys can see me here. You can see my right eye, but not my left eye. My left eye is covered. I know nothing down the middle can hit me. And again, I'm not too high, and if an uppercut does come, I can make a little adjustment if necessary. This, to me, is the missing piece of defense that many beginners are struggling with, when we can start learning, okay, I move back, or elbow block, or go to my tight high guard. Now all of a sudden those three rotate very well together. If you guys like this tip, you're gonna love my defense course. Normally $149 right now. Offense course, defense course, and access to our weekly videos in the academy, all for $99. This is our last day. Be sure to jump on that, and I'll see you back here soon for another video.